doctors they know pharmaceuticals so well, and I'm so grateful for them. They know how to save my life when I'm bleeding on the side of the road, and I'm so grateful for them. They know how to fix my broken bones. They know how to do all these things. They do not know supplements. I remember when we were really struggling, and I was like, we can't go to Disneyland, but I always spent, and really, like, I think it was like $10,000 to go to Disneyland the first time that we went. When I started making money with network marketing, that was like the reward that I got my family. But like, there are people all the time, this drove me nuts, that would say no, they couldn't buy my products. And then they would be at Disneyland with their family. And I'd be like, you couldn't afford my stuff, huh? Right? They book a vacation, they play pool, they're in the league. Like, that is not for you to get mad at them about. That is for you to go, this is so good to know. That is what she values. What can I say in a post on social media to change the value of everyone that's following me? So for example, someone saying I can't afford it, you're going to go in and you're going to say, oh my gosh, I totally understand. There's been so many things like this in my life where I've dealt with this. How much could you afford? And you're not bartering with them. You're just getting them to talk. Well, I could afford $70, but I can't afford $140. Okay. Well, it's kind of interesting, because one thing that I've thought about a lot is, like, this is really preventative on the front end rather than triage on the back. And the reason why I invest in it is because I know I'm going to pay for my health now or later. I'd rather have an amazing quality of life along the way. So notice how I overcame that objection with can't afford it. Okay. I need to talk to my doctor. Well, what I found is that doctors are not trained in supplements. It's not part of their degree, but pharmacists are highly trained in supplements. So if there is an ingredient in one of the products that, you're worried about, you can literally just order all the products, take them to the pharmacist when they arrive, and say, is there anything in here that needs to be spaced out from anything I'm taking? And then the pharmacist will tell you, likely there's nothing. But if there's something that you're worried about, then a pharmacist who is literally has a doctorate, like is a doctor of pharmacy, is going to be able to tell you this. See, we think in America, we think that doctors know everything, but doctors they know pharmaceuticals so well, and I'm so grateful for them. They know how to save my life when I'm bleeding on the side of the road, and I'm so grateful for them. They know how to fix my broken bones. They know how to do all these things. They do not know supplements. And so that's just not their specialty. So I'm not going to go to them for permission for supplements. I'm going to talk to a pharmacist, because they are a third party outside person that is going to be able to see any medication that you're on, and they know about every single ingredient and all the products, and they're going to be able to tell you which you need to space apart. And then that usually gets them over that, is they'll be like, oh, really? Yes. And then I'll even say, if they live local to me, I'll say, this is the pharmacy that I love. I would call anyone at the Harmon's Pharmacy. They are the most educated in supplements, and they always will go out of their way to take time. And if they can't answer my question right there, they'll call me back. They're so good. And in dozens of conversations I've had with them, really the only thing that I ever see is that if you're on a thyroid med, you need to space it out by 4 hours. And that's not just this, it's all supplements. That's it. There used to be a product that I wouldn't recommend for people to take because of one ingredient that was in it, but that product doesn't even exist anymore. Okay. Yeah. Pharmacists love ingredients in plant-based supplements. They love them because they know them, and they're like, yeah, these are good. Take them. Right. Where doctors, they aren't going to know. So what are they going to say? Well, I wouldn't. And what is the person going to hear? Don't take it. Not safe. But they didn't say that. They said, I wouldn't. They don't have a belief in it. They've never been educated on it. Most, not all. Sorry for the doctors that are here that are feeling maybe like I'm not saying that. There are many doctors that do MLMs that are very educated in supplements. Usually they make more in their MLM than doctors, so they end up retiring from medical life. One thing that I know is that our food and soil has changed over the last 50 years. And the CDC reports that less than 2% of people actually get what they need from the food that they eat. Supplementation is vital. And plus, there are essential nutrients like omegas and probiotics, certain strains that we literally cannot get from anywhere else except for supplements. I know for me personally, vitamin D, I had to supplement because even being in the sun, my body wouldn't absorb it. Even when you eat organic food, like we can't be perfect. And some people will say, well, how long do I have to take the products? A lot of these answers, by the way, you guys, are literally listed in the EMS gut notes. And that one's company specific, but there's another version of it that's non-company specific for those of you that aren't in like a supplement company or a gut health company or whatever. But if you have most of them would apply. And there's no company names in the company specific one, by the way. So it's just like, you could use any of it and just doctor it up. But yeah, I always say they're like, well, how long do I have to take it? I'm like, well, as long as you're going to need to drink water and eat food, this is just crushed up food. So you're going to take it as long, I'm planning on drinking water and eating food the rest of my life. And I'm planning on having plant-based supplements the rest of my life. Okay. So we just have to combat it with it. Good leader energy. You know the answer, you lead the way. Some people are going to be stubborn and they'll be like, yeah, no, I'm not interested. Great. Those are the people that you are going to post with them in mind. You're not targeting them, but you're going to post with them in mind when you see a story that says that. When you write something on your heart that talks about it. Like you might be like, I used to think that I could get everything from my food too, until I started supplementing and my hair stopped falling out and my mood issues went away and my sleep issues went away. Yes, you don't get everything you need from what you eat. And it's just a picture of you, maybe a before and after picture of you. And so you just start posting that in your main feed, that theology, those ideas. Slowly but surely, they're going to see that and you're going to influence them.